Hey people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well and in good health. Okay, right now we're checking out an article on the Telegraph and it's entitled Brexit means Britain can attach itself to India's booming economy, says Rishi Sunak. So most of you will probably be aware that Rishi Sunak is the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom currently. So you can see here recently a G20 summit did take place and you can see the British Prime Minister meeting the Indian PM there, Narendra Modi. So let's take a look at what this is all about. So obviously, last few years previously, we had Brexit in the United Kingdom, where the UK left the EU, and obviously that's had a lot of issues around it itself. So let's see what it's saying here. Brexit means Britain can attach itself to India's booming economy and benefit from its success, says Rishi Sunak, right? And that's in itself pretty much could be an accurate statement in the sense that we do know that India's economy is booming. It's one of the largest economies in the world right now. And over the next few decades, it's projected to become one of the top three, if not the top one, obviously alongside China and, overtaking America and other economies. So India's economy is absolutely booming. It has a young population, hundreds of millions of young people out there that could work and become workers in various industries such as tech, AI, and so on. So speaking on his first visit to the country as PM, Mr. Sunak said that Britain's newly won freedom to strike trade deals with countries such as India was one of the reasons he backed leaving the European Union. Okay, India's success as the fastest growing economy in the world now presents its exciting opportunity for the UK. So as mentioned, India is on the up and it's one of the fastest growing economies right now across the globe. Now, Mr. Sunak also said that he found it inspiring to see India's focus on training young people in maths and science, engineering, suggesting that Britain could learn from the country's example. So like STEM sciences, maths, engineering, all these different elements which are useful in terms of education and future employment opportunities and building up the country. The PM's remarks came as Britain seeks to close a trade deal with India amid disagreements on issues such as alcohol tariffs and UK's demands for curbs on the production of cheap generic drugs. So that actual deal has been stalled in the last few months, so it's still going on, ongoing negotiations to try and close a deal with India. So on Friday, so last week, the Prime Minister insisted that he would not sacrifice quality for speed in negotiations on an agreement after refusing to offer more work and student visas to help secure a deal. On Saturday, Downing Street said that Mr. Sunak and Narendra Modi, the Indian PM, agreed at a meeting at the G20 summit in New Delhi to continue the work at pace towards an agreement. Right? Now, the pair embraced, as Mr. Sunak said, "It's so nice to be here," Mr. Modi noted that his counterpart, the first British Prime Minister of Indian descent, had received a warm welcome in India. Now, the PM said that he cited Britain's ability to control its own trade policy when he was asked for reasons for supporting Brexit during the 2016 campaign to leave the European Union. Obviously, that has been one of the main kind of elements around the country, UK, basically being able to look after its own trade deals and negotiate. So he said, "I think it's an advantage because countries like India and the East, more generally, Asia Pacific and so on, which is going to be disproportionately account for global growth in the coming decades." So we've seen growth happening in places like Africa, Eastern countries, the Middle East, Far East. So a lot of growth is happening there. And we are seeing a very tiny exodus of people from Britain, for example, other Western countries who have been moving to places across the East. Quite a few people actually have now made Dubai their home, for example, as Dubai's real estate is booming. Other sectors are booming, work opportunities, real estate, and other opportunities to set up businesses out there. And just the lifestyle and obviously the weather and many other things is great. So a lot of people are looking to move to other parts of the world, such as those kind of places. So source says here, so being able to attach ourselves to that is really important. It's not a given with the deal. There's hard work to do, but if it was successful, then that's what basically another way that we would be attaching ourselves to the growth of the fastest growing region in the world. Obviously, that's the UK, aligning itself with India, one of the fastest growing economies right now. Mr. Sunak added of India is, I think it's almost inevitable that India is going to be one of the most significant countries geopolitically in the coming years and decades. And he's probably right because India is a growing power and it's pretty much dealing with most countries around the world in terms of trade, defense, business, export and so on. To get a sense of that, I was meeting with, many different school kids and who are doing programs at British Council, obviously India's future, just chatting with those kids and just seeing their confidence, their hunger, and quite frankly, their aptitude, the desire to succeed essentially. And this is a big thing about India, generally speaking. One of the youngest populations, as I mentioned earlier, and also one of the largest populations out there. So there's a lot of growth potential. And now there's an exciting opportunity for the UK, basically, to take part and grow with that as well. So it's a great thing for the world that India is going to grow like that. But that's also good for the UK because we can hopefully be part of that and we can hopefully support India's growth and development, also benefit from it. And that's why the trade deal will help us do that. You can see in that image there, the British Prime Minister embracing the Indian Prime Minister. And then it says here, Mr. Sunak identified focus on science, tech, engineering, and maths, like I said previously, STEM subjects. Obviously, the big pickup right there in India, and that's basically going to help build the economy with having talented individuals trained and educated in those fields. And in Britain, has previously announced plans for some form of mandatory maths education until the age of 18. Right, then he goes on to talk about there's lots of different reasons for the growth. There's a billion people here, so that helps, and it's a very young population. But one of the things is that I was taking away from it, which is why I talk about it a lot, is about the importance of an economy that is based on high quality education and STEM kind of subjects. And he talked about his visit to meet children enrolled in programs at the British Council in New Delhi, and that was quite inspiring for him and so on. And then he goes on to talk about the elements there. He's pictured with his wife, and then obviously you can see that the potential there. For example, India's GDP expanded by almost 7% in 2022-2023, and it's predicted to increase by a further 6.3% in the current financial year. And some analysts have predicted that it will surpass the US by 2075. It becomes the second wealthiest nation behind China. Okay, people, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let us know what you think about Brexit and the UK. Has Brexit benefited the UK or has it gone against the UK? Let us know about what you think about the trade deals with India. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment below. Catch you in the next one.